Hello and welcome everybody to another Avatar The Last Airbender draft video. I am paulcheon and today we are sitting at rank number 39. We are still currently in the experiment phase where we're trying some interesting rares that we haven't played with and trying a bunch of new strategies, but so far it hasn't been going well. We have had now a handful of drafts in a row where we haven't gotten a trophy, and I'm hoping to turn things around in today's draft. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy booster boxes of Avatar The Last Airbender or Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, or what have you, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, go to TCGplayer.com, hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, head on over to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top of the line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Okay, well, wow, this is a really good pack. Firebending Lesson, one of the best commons in the set. Forecasting Fortune Teller, also a very, very good common. Raven Eagle, extremely strong rare. I love this card. But Earth Kingdom Jailer is also very, very good. One of the best uncommons in the set. But Sokka, Lateral Strategist, also quite strong. And Allies at Last. So a ton of really, really powerful cards in this pack. I think I'm going to take the Raven Eagle, though. Absurd pack, though. All right, moving on to pack 2. Gosh, I have not been having success drafting green. So not really interested in taking this Toph. And I'm not sure like I'm a huge believer in Hama. I don't know. You know, I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to take Airbending Lesson. I think this card is really, really good. And I do like white as a color in this format. So let's take this and see what's available. All right, pack 1, pick 3. That is another Hama, the Bloodbender. What do I want to take? And I'm also not going to be married to my first pick necessarily in this Raven Eagle. I should just simply take what I feel to be the best card in the pack, but this is a pretty weak pack. I guess I'll take the Hama. I mean, there's just nothing in black or white that I want. There's nothing that's great in red. Yeah, I'll take it. If Dimir control ends up being super open, I mean, it's certainly a direction that we can go. Pack 1, pick 4. There is a Katara, Bending Prodigy, and Catgator as the cards that stand out. So it does look like blue and black as a color combination is open, and I will lean towards Katara. I think going into a monocolor deck is mostly a trap. This costs 7 mana, it's fine, but I'd much rather just take the Katara for this deck and see where this goes. All right, pack 1, pick 5. What do we have? And again, black might not even be open, right? It's like we saw the Raven Eagle and we haven't seen a good black card after that. Here we have Air Nomad Legacy, which can be good in a blue-white deck. Although admittedly, blue-white isn't all about, there's like not a ton of flyers. That is a late Lightning Strike, and there's also a Lost Days. Lost Days is currently performing as the best common in the set. So I might just take that to just cut off blue after taking the Katara. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I do like Lightning Strike as well, by the way. But right now, like kind of everything's up in the air. We're just trying to take it one pick at a time and see what's available. Pack 1, pick 6, a very, very weak pack. I don't like any of these cards. Yip Yip can be okay if I end up being more of an aggressive blue-white deck. But I'm just gonna take Rumble Arena. Like this card's fine. Like Scrylands like remember Conduit Pylons? It was like a desert. This is fine too. Like if you do end up with some amount of earthbending, it can also do some work. If you want to splash, it can do some work. So I'll take this and see where this goes. All right, pack 1, pick 7. Swamp Snare Trap and Sokka's Haiku are options. I don't love the Snowballers or Geyser Leaper. I mean, I love Sokka's Haiku. Like, I like the card, but I already have a Lost Days. All right, let's take it. Let's take it. Let's have some fun. Also, it's not like Swamp Snare Trap is like a super strong card anyways. So... But, oh, I also have a Hama, so, yeah, I mean, maybe the Swamp Snare Trap was a better pick based off of what we see right now. Yeah. Especially because we just picked up another Lost Days. All right, so our curve is getting very, very high, but I think it's still better than taking a Pretending Poxbearers. I don't know, maybe, is it? Yeah, it is. I've not been that impressed with the Poxbearers. All right. All right, so blue 100% open. White also looks pretty open here, so maybe that's where we're going to end up. But I will absolutely take the forecasting fortune teller. Very, very good. And now there is a Jeongjeong's Disorders and a late Ostrich Horse, but I'm just going to take the Deserters here, try to keep the curve low, and yeah, here we are. Hey, you know what? Hey, the Swamp Snare Trap would have been bad. Okay? There you go. Now, if my mana fixing is good enough, I might still be interested in splashing the Raven Eagle. So I do have a Rumble Arena, and I'll keep an eye out for various blue-black, blue-white, black-white lands to help me, like, well, not blue-white, but the black ones to help me fix for the Raven Eagle here. But Hama, certainly not something I'm super interested in if I'm not going to be blue-black. Yeah, we really... This is like, I am maxing out on my number of expensive cards I want here, so... We'll see where this goes. Rebellious Captives is a better card than Rowdy Snowballers, but I'm just gonna take the Snowballers. Like, it's a fine filler level card if you need it. Yeah, black is super not open, so I'm just gonna have the Raven Eagle here as an option if that's where I need to go. Maybe the pack with the Deserters, the white was very deep. So maybe that's not even where I want to go. But we did see like a late Avatar Enthusiast as well. So, you know, we have some pretty good spells here. A couple of good interactive spells. So, like I said, we're capping out at the number of expensive things I'm comfortable with. But Sokka's Haiku does actually work really well with waterbending cards. But I would like to just pick up some more cheap things to play now. There's a Swamp. Waterbender Ascension or... There's also a Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. This is rough because, like, clearly black isn't very open, but this card's busted. Waterbender Ascension is not good. It's just not a good card, so don't play that card. Master Piandao is good, and it's an ally. It's just another 5-drop. That's the only issue. And like I said, there was no real indication that black was open. I mean, you know what? I'm just going to take the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keepers and see where this goes. Like, if I'm going to splash... Like, if my mana is going to be a little bit... If my mana is going to be really good, then... I mean, Raven Eagle and Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper is so much better than these two white cards, is also, like, the other thing to mention here. Although now, the best card of the pack here is Aang, the Last Airbender. Iroh Grand Lotus is also a bomb, but we're too far away from casting that. So, I'm looking at Aang, the Last Airbender, Boomerang Basics, Watery Grasp, and Sold Out. I mean, Aang is too good. I mean, it's one of those things where you can even splash the Aang, so we'll see where this goes. All right, pack 2, pick 3, what do we have? I don't need a third Lost Days, so I'm not going to take that. Jet Freedom Fighter is interesting, but it's a little bit too hard to cast, so I think I'm just going to take Messenger Hawk. This is really nice if you do pick up a lot of ways to waterbend, and it's a nice evasive card as well. It puts 2 permanents in play, so I think Messenger Hawk is the pick out of this pack. I mean, especially if we do end up in like a blue-black deck. If that happens, then, you know, obviously this does extra work. Lightning Strike is fine. Spirit Water Revival is fine, but I feel like this deck already generates enough value. I think I'm interested in Path to Redemption here more than anything else as a very good, cheap, interactive spell to play in this deck. So we did give up on something here for taking the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. It was a Master Piandao. We don't have a million... allies anyways. I thought it was maybe worth the consideration here, but it looks like we are most likely going to move into a blue-white shell here. And if we get fortunate enough with our mana and we get a bunch of late temples to splash the black, we can certainly do it. Pack 2, pick 5. Now we're just kind of at the point where we just want good things to fill out our curve. Compassionate Healer is excellent with waterbending. We only have 1 waterbending card right now, but hopefully we can pick up more. And it's just a good creature, so let's take that. Aang's Journey also notably is a fine card to play as well, but I just need 2 drops. But if I pick up an Aang's Journey later so that I can splash these really good black cards, I'll do it, especially if I feel like I have enough ways to draw cards to trigger the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. All right, pack 2, pick 6. Serpent of the Pass is a really cool lessons payoff, but that is not what the blue-white deck necessarily is trying to do. I have 4 lessons already, but I don't think this is a card that I want. It does cost 1 less for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard, but even then, I think I'm just going to take Idle Quencha. I just like the card in general. It works well with waterbending, works well with the Lost Days. You know, like you can have a more controlling blue-white deck, and this is still a totally acceptable two mana play here. So I'm going to take that. Another Iroh the Grand Lotus? Jeez. All right, whoever... Look, why couldn't I have this in the last draft where I was basically forcing lessons? I'm going to take Watery Grasp here, though. Excellent removal spell, and another thing that water bends, which works with some of the other cards that we have. Pack 2, pick 8, Zuko, unplayable. Corrupt Court Official is fine. Okay, this pack's not good for us. Sun Warriors is also quite good. I'll take Earth Kingdom Jailer. I kind of need a random expensive creature to ramp into or to play. And so I'll just take that for my deck here. Look, it's a perfectly serviceable card. Nothing insane, though. Take Geyser Leaper here, although I don't really want to play it. Boomerang Basics Table. I'll absolutely take it on the wheel. Very, very happy about that. Our spell count is kind of high. It's a little higher than I'd like. And our mana fixing doesn't look like it's quite getting there here for the Black Splash. But this is 15 cards, so... certainly on the market for just more creatures in general, especially if I'm not going to be looking to splash the 2 cards here on the right. You know, I would love like two more 2-drops, more 3-drops, some things at the top end of the curve here. Actually, my top end is fine because I have Sokka's Haiku, Lost Days, and Earth Kingdom Soldier. So what I really want to do is just focus on the rest of my mana curve. Again, Black Splash is still a possibility, but I really would have liked to pick up a land or two within the first 2 packs, but we didn't see any. This tells me that there's also probably somebody who's just like forcing 5-color nonsense and just taking all the lands. It's very possible. All right, easy Invasion Submersible here for us. One of the best uncommons in the set. Excellent card. Waterbending. Does everything. We love it. Ran and Shaw. Dang, the Teamer Lessons deck would have been so good. Oh man, there's also an Accumulate Wisdom. Oof. But we have Earth Kingdom Jailer. We can't be too sad about that. That's also a premium card. So, very, very nice start here to Pack 3, Submersible and Earth Kingdom Jailer. But man, I am a little bit jealous about the potential Lessons deck that could have been. That could have been. All right, another Path to Redemption here. First time Flyer is actually interesting. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 Lessons. I think I'd rather still have Path to Redemption here. So let's take that. Okay, what do I take here? Is this land good? It loots. I mean, all these are like fine replacement level cards, and I think, and I do have a lot of removal. I think I'm going to take the land. Like, we're 100% going to play this card. That's a late Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, by the way, but I think this card is just awesome. And I think I'm going to have enough playables here. Here, there's Razor Rings versus North Pole Gates, and I don't think I'm looking to splash these cards necessarily, so maybe I take the Razor Rings. Maybe still North Pole Gates. All right, let's take the North Pole Gates. Just lock in insane mana, okay? Let's just lock in insane mana. Our Airbender's Reversal. Hey, look, we did get the removal spell here. Certainly don't need a second Sokka's Haiku. We have 10 spells, jeez. Okay. Oh, Grand's great. I think I like it more than the Glider Kids and First Time Flyer. I would like to be able to splash the black, actually. I took the North Pole Gates as like a slight hedge to be able to do that. So maybe we can pull it off here. Like, these cards are very, very strong. And I have a Journey and a Rumble Arena, and if I play a Swamp, that's 3 black sources. And I picked up a blue-white land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Because I have a lot of ways to draw cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Pick 8. There's so many of them. Holy cow. All right, I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to find a way to make this work. I can probably cut this 5-drop, play this, and play this. And see where this goes. I already have one of these in the sideboard. So I'll take the Musicians. Although this is not really a Musicians deck because we're not really going wide. Our creature count is quite low, I will say. You know, this could actually be an accumulate... Let's see, we have 8 lessons. This could actually be an accumulate wisdom deck. The rare blue-white... The rare blue-white accumulate wisdom deck. All right, we'll take Iguana, Parrot. I don't think this is a bender. I mean, I'm probably not going to play this. There's a giant koi, okay. I don't actually mind this either. I do not mind the giant koi. It's a... Yeah. Okay. I think we got something going on here. Giant koi also works well with the Raven Eagle. And gives me a late game way to actually close out the game, which this deck might have trouble with. I don't think I'm going to play the Hama, but let's figure out how many black sources we want to be able to play Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper, and Raven Eagle. I want 5 sources. So maybe 3 swamps. And this is I can probably play 16 lands here because I have access to the Aang's Journey and Giant Koi. So yeah, this is like almost like an Esper control deck even. Okay. It's interesting. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We are way heavier on blue. So let's cut a plains. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have the Koi 2 for more blue. Oh, this is 15 lands? Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, this is 16 lands. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. So 3.5 plus Aang's Journey. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, so I just need to cut 1 card here. And let's try to figure out what that is. This is 12 creatures, but there's a giant koi and also an invasion submersible. I feel like I don't really want to go below that, but the thing is I like all my spells as well. Our lesson count is very high, it's 9, so there is a really good chance Accumulate Wisdom also gets us there. I think I'm just, you know... I think it's probably Sokka's Haiku. I do actually like the giant koi as a way to get mana or also just close out the game in the late game, and it's a waterbend card. So yeah, why don't we cut the Sokka's Haiku and play something like this. All right, Esper Lessons? There's a first for everything. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Access to the Patreon will give you access to a variety of different benefits. Most importantly, access to the Discord channel, where there is an amazing community of folks also looking to up their limited game. Very helpful folks. Also, I post videos ahead of time on the Patreon as well. So if you want to get early access to my content, you can also check it out. All right, on the play here. Gonna keep this hand of 2 lands and a bunch of good blue and white cards. Let's go Compassionate Healer. Hopefully we can use that to scry and find a land that we need. Our opponent's also on Esper? I thought I was doing something different here. Come on. Gotta think here. Yeah, let's bounce this. Because I wanna get the gain life. Okay, yeah, I'll keep the land. Alright, Knowledge Seeker, sure. Okay, so now we can play Katara. And then 1, 2, 3, and then attack with the Invasion Submersible, yeah. Swamp. Yeah, I'll keep that as well. Alright, so we have a nice board. Katara is pumped. Even if they kill the Katara, we can still put a good amount of pressure on our opponent. So I do like our spot here. Forecasting Fortune Teller, sure. And Waterbending Scroll. That one's a little too slow there, friend. Probably. Probably. Sure. All right. They're at 9 life. Katara's a 4/5. We have an amazing board, and we still have a Lost Days in our hand. So this is looking very good. If they draw a card off the clue, that's not a winning play, I will say. Okay, Earth Kingdom Jailer on Katara is good. Let's get that out of there. We don't want the land anymore. And now they're at 2 life, so this is going to be really tough. Unless they have a sweeper. Oh, you know what? That card has destroyed me in the past, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Yeah. Yeah, alright. We played to the board, put pressure on an opponent, and their hand was just a little bit too slow. There you go. Very happy about that. Let's keep it going. Where did all of the dual lands go? I didn't see any of them. Alright, we are on the play here, and this hand is totally fine. I will absolutely keep this, and so I'm not going to play the Rumble Arena turn 1, okay? The reason being is I'm at a spot right now where I'm okay drawing lands or spells. So because I already have a solid enough thing to do on turn 2, I lose value on the scry because I'm happy with basically anything. So it's better to kind of hold off on it. Now, if you have a sketchy hand where you need a 2-mana play or you need to hit a land drop, that's when you run out the Rumble Arena. Like here. I guess maybe you know what? You know what's the funny thing is, I probably actually should have played it last turn. Because I was kind of looking for a play this turn. But it's fine. Otter Penguin, okay. I don't see a world where this thing will just beat me. But it's possible. But I kind of want to hold on to these Path to Redemptions, you know what I mean? Yeah. So May Jaded Edge, certainly want to use Path to Redemption on that one. Let's crack this clue, try to find some lands. Messenger Hawk, and there is a land. So that's good. No target for the Earth Kingdom Jailer just yet. But we do have the ability to... Okay, let's play Messenger Hawk. And in a blue-red deck, I think the May is pretty scary. So let's just go ahead and put Path to Redemption on that. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. We have Earth Kingdom Jailer for something big. We're cycling through our deck. And we have the Rumble Arena if we draw any number of our black spells as well. Alright, so there's a blue-red land, 3 cards left in hand. What the? Look at these wobbly sleeves. Wobbly, wobbly. Alright. Like, if they have a removal spell, they can kill the Hawk. If they have Boomerang basics, they can bounce their May, which is obviously very good. They could just have the Shock, Fire, whatever. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's probably the, like, they have... Oh, you know what? This is abandoned... Whatever, the lesson that draws them cards or whatever. It's fine. They're probably going to cast it anyways and deal 5 damage to me. The 2-mana spell that draws you a card. I think that's what they have. No? Okay, whatever. What is happening here? Okay. So they gave this double strike, but it can't attack or block. They have 4 cards in hand. They're cooking something up over there. Okay. I mean, they obviously have some way to draw an extra card here, right? Oh, maybe they were just bluffing. Maybe they're just, like, amazing. I don't think that's the case. I mean, I think they're a fine player, I'm sure, but I don't think that's what's happening here, is what I mean. Wait, maybe was the airship engine room online? Maybe that's what it was? I don't know. I mean, this is a very obvious lost day, so I should probably try to fire it off, but whatever. I can play something cheaper as well. Too bad you can't use this at instant speed. I dislike that about that. I mean, I just have to use this mana, so let's think about this. Yeah, I'll bounce this again. Based on how I've seen them play, they're probably going to put that on top. Yeah, okay. This is fine. It's time for some giant koi beatdowns. Bam. Deal. They at least have a way to draw a card. Like, at the very least, right? Okay. That's what it was? Sure. Okay. How do they not have a single 3-drop to, like, kill with Earth Kingdom Jailer? So weird. Alright. Does this have Menace? Okay. They're at 7 life. I gotta think here. So I can tap 1, 2, 3, and then draw a card. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, if there's another way... Oh, I do have a way to draw a card. I have the North Pole Gates. Okay. So that's big. If they want to attack me with the Otter Penguin, they can sacrifice the Clue and do it, and then play Fire Nation Raider, but then they just die. Very close game. I mean, it seems like they might have something else here. We'll see. But I have the mana to Earth Kingdom Jailer and crack my North Pole Gates to trigger the Hawk. And then I can also tap 3 things to make this to make the Koi unblockable. Right? So they need to have a removal spell. I feel like if they had it, they might have used it on a previous turn. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. If they have a bounce spell, they might want to bounce the Giant Koi. But it seems like they have more options than just playing these 2 creatures. This 7 mana ability is just straight nonsense. Go for it. Go for it. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do have the mana to activate one of these. Well, they said they were thinking, so they should have a play here now, right? You know? Boomy Bash on the... Oh, they couldn't kill the Giant Koi. Wow. Airbend target creature I control. Okay. Let's attack. Let's play the land. All right, and I mean, I'll still keep the Earth Kingdom Jailer in my hand. And now we're in a really good spot, right? Like 7-2, they're digging. This is the card that I thought they had previously, Abandoned Attachments. They discarded their Fire Nation Raider. Hey, I'm glad I chose to bounce this, because obviously it's a little bit of a risk to bounce their creature that comes into play and has an effect, but if you have a plan to slow down the rest of their attackers, then it becomes a really awkward card, and I wanted them to just play it so that I could have something to exile with my Earth Kingdom Jailer card, my 3-mana 3/3 that exiles something. So that was a pretty cool, interesting game. Not sure I played it perfectly, but you know, when both sides are passing with a bunch of mana up, it gets tricky. All right, a rare 2-0 start over the last couple days. It's been kind of a struggle. Hopefully we can use this to put together some more W's. We have 3 islands, but we do have Ing's Journey, so we'll use that to get the white source because we just drew the swamp. Oh, we just drew plains. I guess we'll just play Jung's Deserters then. I don't think I have a shrine to search for. All right, they have like Firebending Lesson or something, or Lightning Strike or whatever. Sure. Kind of like, do I just want to play this to cycle? They're keeping up 3 mana, and there's not a whole lot of flash creatures, right? I think I'm just gonna do this and just like, you know. Look, the way I look at this is if they do play a flash creature here, I can Watery Grasp and then play Raven Eagle. If they play a big thing, I can just Earth Kingdom Jail. Yeah, so their hand is just like, their hand is just all removal, right? Well, whatever. This is a matchup where I wish I had Sokka's Haiku. They could also just have like a Wrath in their hand too. But yeah, I mean, they're certainly playing very strangely. So I'm just not in a position here. Oh, that was a really good draw. I'm not in a position here where I want to just like run anything out. We can just play patiently. And now I can go Raven Eagle and save it with Airbending Lesson, which is awesome. Now, of course, if they have 2 removal spells, so be it, right? Look, if your hand has 3 lightning strikes... Okay, good. I was like, if your hand has 3 lightning strikes, so be it, is where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's like, so be it. Oh, Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper as well. So next turn is going to be quite good here. I mean, if they kill this now, it's not even that big of a deal, right? And like I said, it does feel like they might have a sweeper, but we're not like super down on cards. It's obviously still bad if they do have it. Okay, it's Fire Nation Drill. Yeah, I mean, you know their hand is just like all busted removal spells. Let's see what they kill. I assume it's... Oh, okay. They must have another removal spell. Sheesh. Nice deck. Nice deck. All right. Ooh, Accumulate Wisdom. I'm going to try to hold off on that, of course. We have Forecasting Fortune Teller, which is pretty good. I don't want to use Earth Kingdom Jailer on that thing. Alright, this is just so much value, right? Like, they're playing a Rakdos, like, removal deck, and we just have so many ways to kind of slow down what they're trying to do. So I'm okay with this. Okay. Hey, they have a creature. All right, we're gonna take 6. This is awkward because I can't watery grasp it. So, there is that. Probably just this. Need to grind through these clues and try to find another lesson for accumulate wisdom. Oh, great. Our opponent just didn't have a creature. So my ragtag army here getting it done, maybe? Ooh, Agna Kella? I can't pronounce that card either. I'm gonna draw a card first. Because I want to be able to loot away lands if we find it. Let's attack. Yeah, it'll quench ya. I think I'm gonna put that one in the graveyard. Alright, I mean, now this is absurd, right? Because now I can play this for 1 mana. Okay, we have Lost Days and Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Let's play this. We'll pass. We have 12 cards left. I mean, we do have to be a little bit mindful about, like, decking, I guess. But we can... I just feel like... Is this a must? Okay, let's discard that. I mean, I'll just keep it on top, I guess. I should play this. I mean, I don't think they have a Wrath. They probably would have fired it off now, right? So. And then I'll just Airbenders lessen the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper if they do have a Wrath. This should be enough here to close things out. All right. Their deck was, yeah. I mean, that's the issue sometimes, and I fall into that trap as well, where every single, like, you're red-black in a draft, and every single pick, you're just like, oh, removal, oh, removal, oh, removal. You need to find a way to progress your game plan, though. You need to find ways to draw cards. Like, if your deck is just 12 removal spells, at some point, you're going to have to waste good removal spells on bad creatures, and it gets really awkward. So... like, removal spells is a nice way to deal with the very problematic cards that your opponent can have, but once you have, like, 6 or 7 removal spells, you need to just take creatures. Now, that could have just been a very awkward draw from the opponent, but yeah, just... it is a risk when you do end up, especially in red-black. Alright, on the play here, this hand is fantastic. We will keep this. Lead with the plains here. I'm probably going to fire this off on turn 2. Alright. I will keep a land. Let's go Compassionate Healer. Like, this is a spot where if it wasn't a good spell, I probably would have bottomed it. Which is why I did this. Combustion Technique. Okay. Awkward. I can't play anything. Oh well. What can you... there's nothing that could have been done. You know what I mean? Nothing that could have been done. All right, that is a wolf bat. Judy and Wolfbat, I'm assuming? Sure. Okay. Ooh, Katara is a very interesting draw. Not ready to kind of try to go off with that one just yet. Let's go ahead and play Aang's Journey. And then play the Submersible on the Wolfbat, I want to say. So let's do this. I'm going to get a Swamp. Boom. That was a very fast attack. I wonder if I need this to like save Aang or something. Oh, Zuko? Wow, Gran was a nice one. Yeah, because now I can go Gran Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, right? Yeah, it's weird. I kind of want to activate this now. Do I let them attack me in Firebend 3 though? That's the other thing, right? I guess I could keep the Submersible back and just, yeah, that's probably better. Yeah. Because that triggers this, like, I just want to get value off of all of my cards. And if they have a removal spell for the Submersible this turn, that's fine. But I'd rather them use it on the Submersible than on Aang, right? So that's kind of where I'm at here. And the next turn, we're set up very, very nicely because we have a pretty good board. And we have a Katara that can start working on drawing us some cards. And we'll have the ability to keep up Airbender's reversals. So, yeah, this is fine. I mean, Zuko is going to be very good here. They're going to use the ability. They might hit a land or something. Nope, it's... What is this? Iroh's Demonstration, okay. Oh, and they missed. So that is very, very good for us. I mean, let's just beat down. I don't... They're at 10. Just gonna hope they don't have a sweeper here, I guess. Now, black has 2 sweepers. There's a 5-mana one, I believe. Or is it a 6-mana one? And there's also the black X one. I do have Airbender's Reversal to save one of my things, if that ends up being an issue. It's possible that I maybe shouldn't have attacked with 2 of my creatures to draw a card with the Katara instead. I didn't really think through all of my options. I just wanted to be aggressive. But if they're just relying on like spot removal here, then yes, they're going to be in a tough spot. That's a land. I'm just going to take it. Like, I don't really care if they draw a card a turn off of Zuko. Azula, okay. Do they play a land? Oh. Interesting. They can only activate Judy as a sorcery. I gotta think here now, though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to draw the card here, so let's do this. Oh, I could have stacked it better, right? Was there a better way to stack that? Gran, and Katara? Yeah, because I would have loved to remove this swamp. But look, I'm at 20 life. Like, they need to have a sweeper. And if they do, I can still follow it up with a giant koi. So, that's a swamp. And if they had a wrath, they would have played it last turn. So. Okay, so they're, I mean, they have to just be dead here, right? Yeah, alright. Our deck did some pretty gnarly things in this game. Yeah, I mean, that was some good draws on our side, so. Alright! We're finally winning again. It feels good. It feels good. We have good magic cards in our deck. We're trying to stay open, read the signals, do a little splashing if possible, and we are 4-0. Alright, opponent on the play. Oh, look at this. Obviously, Grand on the play would be great, but one of each land with like all 1, 2s, and 3 drops. Like, very happy with that, of course. I'm thinking, do I fire this off? Do I play the Compassionate Healer? I don't know. I'll play the Healer. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Sold out, that's fine. Do they want to attack? Ooh. Okay. Let's attack and loot. And guess we'll discard North Pole Gates because I want to play Ing. This is an interesting one. Like, do I actually want Messenger Hawk? I don't think I do. I want to hit land number 5 if possible. I mean, Messenger Hawk's certainly not bad, but... Oh, really? That was, I feel like that's probably a little preemptive. Although I will say recently, I've also had my fair share of scooping when I'm like 5% to win. I should probably still keep playing, but for the sake of my mental health and also trying to keep the videos not super long, I have been conceding. But you know what? I will try to work on it and just try to play it out until I'm 1% to win, okay? Wow, it took me a while to get paired against somebody. I am afraid. We got... Okay. And the way the arena algorithm works is like the longer it takes, it just keeps expanding the range of people I can play against. But I don't know what it means in terms of how good their decks can actually be. So 3 islands and a swamp here, a little, you know, a little bit clunky. We do have the Invasion Submersible here. Would love to draw a white source here off the top. But I'm the first one to admit that my mana base isn't perfect. And certainly that is a cost to, you know, playing this deck that I have. They don't have any lessons in the graveyard just yet. Okay. And that is a Rumble Arena. Okay, so that gives me white. But I don't want... Now that I have the Rumble Arena, I just don't want more lands. I have 2 more lands to play anyways. So now I just have to figure out what I want to play. I don't want to run into Quench. So I got to think about, like... I think I just want to play Compassionate Healer. Because, like, I can play a Deserters to turn this into a 3/3 to attack through stuff. They're just... You know, I have a decent amount of flexibility with the Compassionate Healer. And given the pause here, it does feel like they might have a Quench here. which is fine, of course. If they had a firebending lesson, I think they might just fire that off too. Okay, never mind. Alright, 5 cards in hand. Jiang the Deserter. Attack me for 1. Let me think. I can't think of anything. I was like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? And I couldn't think of anything, so here we are. Let's exile Jiang. Keep this locked down. And attack. Don't want lands. Now the awkward part, or whatever, is it will be just like, if my opponent just passes, right? They probably have a way to kill this thing. I was considering running out the submersible, but then after I played out the land, I think it was like not a good idea. Not a good idea to do that afterwards. Lost days, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I do want it. Alright, and that is a Katara, which is quite interesting. Not yet, because I can't draw off of it immediately. So I think this is a good opportunity to bounce Jiang and then play Jiang's Deserters. Okay? I think a 1-2 is like fairly useless in terms of stats, so I'm just going to target the Deserters here and just try to have more permanence in play. This way, if I play Katara next turn, I can draw a card. And then next turn, alternatively, if they play Jiang, I can just cast Earth Kingdom Jailers and then activate the Submersible and attack. So lots of different options here, depending on what they choose to do. Okay. I will pay. Hello? Okay. Alright. So now we activate. 1, 2, 3. I don't want North Pole gates. And we attack. Alright. I mean, Earth Kingdom Jailer can still obviously die here, but, you know, we have a pretty good board. And then we have Katara for like, if the game gets super crazy and I just need to grind my opponent somehow if they stabilize, like if they play, you know, a way to get like the 5-mana 4/4 make 2 dragons, then I need to get the Katara going, obviously. 3 cards in hand, what you got? It looks like maybe a bounce spell. They're looking at their Paku. Boomerang, why did they do that? Don't they want to bounce their Paku? Ran and Shaw. I did say Ran and Shaw is one of those cards. Damn it. Oh, that's gross. That is super gross. They should have bounced their Paku, though, I think. Oh my gosh. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. So I play Katara. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then if I play this, I can still draw a card immediately. Yeah, and I want to flood the board, so let's just do it. And I just won't keep up Quench. So there has to be a way... Okay, well, do I want to keep that? Yes, I do. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm at 23 life. Am I dead? Fire Sages. Draw a card. I don't think they can attack me. They're at 11 life. Or they have to be very, very careful if they decide to attack me. Otherwise, I just hit them back for lethal. Like right now, 4/4 is such good sizing. Now they can attack with 1. Okay, cool. They chose not to, and I don't hate it. All right, I don't hate it. All right, so let's play black Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. And again, I'm not choosing to attack here, so let's 3, 4, 5, 6. I have Idle Quencha. So I kind of want to draw the card immediately, and I don't really care about blocking, so let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want a land is what I want. Or a removal spell, obviously. I guess I'll take that. I still don't think Idle Quencha is like good enough here. I would rather just keep playing more permanents for the Katara, given how much mana that they have available to them. Alright. But we have a huge board, so again, it is difficult for them to actually get a good attack in here, because I can hit them back, and drawing Lost Days was obviously very, very strong. Are there only 2 lessons in the graveyard now? No, there's 3. Okay. And like I said, if they make an attack here, then I can Lost Days them, and obviously that's very good for me. There's another Zhang the Deserter. Oh, and then they can attack, Firebending, Exhaust, and then fork a spell. So, I mean, they have 1 card left, so, you know, we can be in a tough spot here, potentially. Okay. Or not. I'm obviously happy about this as well. They're at 11, so I'm still not in, like, a great spot to just attack with a bunch of random things. So let's kick things off with Katara. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6. I played a land already, so I don't want a land. I do want Path to Redemption. Wow, that was really good. Do they have any spirits? They do not. So we can attack with one of the spirits. What you got? Serpent of the Pass. So we will quench this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. So I can still draw a card with Katara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, things are looking very, very good. We're still sitting at 25 life. I used the Path to Redemption on the Ranenshaw here, because Lost Days can kill the token, and I don't have to worry about it coming back. I will say, our opponent fighting the good fight here. Looks like a pretty solid blue-red Lesson Shell. Whoa! Okay. Okay. 1 mana left, and they can copy something. Sure. Okay. Like, if they give double strike, I still don't die, right? Yep. All right, I'm at 18. All right, well. I'll keep that. And they're dead. Okay. They had some cool stuff going on, but man, our deck has been pure value. Just being able to play all of our really good uncommons, including the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, has been amazing in this shell that we have. All right. Might have our first 7-0. We'll see. 6-0. 6-0, 1 win away. All right, this time the Q fired instantly, so back to our mythic ways as far as opponents go. And what do we have? Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. We're on the draw, but we have effectively Island Swamp, Plain Swamp Island, because we have the Giant Koi in our hand. Of course, it's a little bit on the slower side, so depending on what they play, we'll figure out what we need to do. I'm going to play Zhang's Deserters here. Just really, really good sizing against the Pretending Poxbearers. We could, of course, just naturally draw land here as well. If we don't, then we're on Giant Koi territory. Oh, that was perfect. All right, so we'll go... wow, English. We'll go North Pole Gates, and we are... Like, based off of our hand, we are just on the... You know what? We're just going to chill out here. We're going to chill out. Develop our hand, and then try to win the game in the... Oh gosh, what does that do? At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent, make a copy of that. Okay, crew 1/4/4. Wow, okay. That is a potentially powerful card. Let's slow things down a little bit, shall we? Let's airbend this. Now we can... Yeah, so let's start attacking. How do I beat this thing? Like, imagine if they play this and sacrifice Pretending Poxbearers, and then gets another copy of this. It's so hard to attack into them. You know what I mean? Like, I have to basically kill all their other creatures. You know? Like they're on some kind of Jund sacrifice deck. Okay, it's just a firebending lesson, so that's fine. Okay. Black is on the splash, but I have 2 white already. Okay, we'll play Raven Eagle. Exile Giant Koi. But I'm not gonna crack this clue right away. Like, I'd rather be able to keep up Airbender's reversal here. Oh, that is a Canyon Crawler, okay. Epic Downfall, so yeah, let's save this. Feels like a creature worthy of saving. Oh, that's a good card. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. This is big. That was a really good turn from the opponent. But that was also a good turn from us in the Invasion Submersible. This thing has haste. I can bounce this or the Wartime Protesters. Thinking. This only, you know, I mean, this thing has haste. Maybe I just pump this, because, like, this flyer is more annoying than anything, I think. Let's play that. Now what? Do I have a card in my graveyard? I do. They have a card in their graveyard. All right. Okay, that is not an ally, so that's good. It looks like they have their sacrifice outlet here. So that's going to make a copy of that. So that's really good. All right, let's activate. 1, 2, 3. One card left. I don't think they're going to attack me. But they get a copy. Oh, gosh. These things are so massive. Like, what do I do? And they even have... Whenever... Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, this is horrible. As long as there are 8 or more permanents as an artifact creature, oh my gosh. Alright, well, you know what? I've never seen that card before. Yeah. Do what I gotta do. If anything, they have a very cool deck. Also probably a very good deck. Yeah, I mean, you know, interesting build around mythics are probably the weakness of my deck, I'm just gonna say. I want them to sacrifice this Foggy Bottom Swamp and make 4 8/8 flyers. I really want them to do that. I would really want them to do that. I think that would be awesome. Can you imagine losing to 8 4/4 flyers? This card's sick! Do it! Do it! Yes! Oh my gosh. There's just no way I can win this game, right? Alright, well, let's crack a clue and see what we find. Alright. This one I can concede, right? When my opponent has 8 4/4s in play, I can maybe concede that one. Oh my gosh, that was sick. All right, GG's. I mean, I could have actually exiled one, right? If I exile one, they have 7 of them. But then they play the Ally Haster and they have another thing, so they still have 2 4/4 flyers that can attack me. So maybe it wasn't just over. Yeah, I thought I just reread the card. I thought it permanently makes them 8/8s. But it's only as long as you have 8 or more, and they didn't have any more ways to sacrifice, so... Maybe it was going to be closer than it looks, but I was super behind. Like, if they play any creatures, they still have those permanents in play and can turn them into 4/4 flyers. I will say that rare is one I don't mind losing to. That was really cool, right? That was sweet. My opponent got to sacrifice 3 different things with their lands, and they got it done. Alright, opponent on the play. Our hand is amazing. We got Grand, Idolquencha, and Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. So as long as my opponent doesn't play a 2-drop, which they probably will. Actually, it's still fine. And if they kill Grand, rip Grand. Oh, what the? This is not a card you want to play on turn 2, by the way. Turn 3, you don't even get any counters. Look at that. That's... I mean, did they hit a lesson? Wait, what does this do? If there's a creature or lesson card, I guess they get a creature. They draw a card. I'm gonna counter this. Okay, let's play this. Play this. Tap. I need a white source. I don't actually need more than one black source. So I guess I can pitch this in before they use some kind of land destruction effect here. Ba Sing Se. Very, very good land. I mean, these land, like, obviously the whole idea is if it gets to the late game, but why is the white one so much better than all the other ones? The white one is literally Gavany Township. And all the other ones are fine, but they're not on the same level. So they just played a tough. Okay. Ooh, we drew a white source. I didn't even see that. Let's bounce it. And then if I attack with 3, I make a token. Yeah, okay. Discard the island. Make a token. And then I can still turn the submersible into a 3/3, which I think is quite nice. Really great hand here. Let's see what happens. I guess I could have pitched Messenger Hawk too. No. This is fine. I bet their hand is awesome, so we need to kind of close things out quickly. But this was a really good draw. Grand into Quench. Very, very good. Okay, oh my gosh. Let's get that out of there. Pitch the Messenger Hawk. Make another token, and what are they at? Alright, they're at 6 life. We have a flyer and 3 unblockable tokens. Alright, and there we have it! Oh, yes. It feels good to win again. We're back to rank 13. We had a bit of a rough run there, but I'm glad that I can turn things around. And yeah, this deck was really, really fun to play with. It was a tricky-ish draft in terms of like where I needed to be as far as my colors were concerned. Blue seemed reasonably open, and I was trying to set myself up to be like a blue-white deck. But at the same time, we were seeing some really late Foggy Swamp Spirit Keepers, and we first picked the Raven Eagle. So we try to keep ourselves, you know, we saw late Aang's Journey, we got a Rumble Arena, and I picked up a blue-white land, which made it so that it was going to be easier to splash these cards. And these are incredible cards to splash, especially in a deck that's able to draw a bunch of cards. And interestingly enough, you know, this isn't how you always draw blue-white decks, but interestingly enough, we actually had a ton of lessons in our deck. We had a total of 8. So given that, all of a sudden the Accumulate Wisdoms also becomes a card that is totally fine to play because, you know, you play it as an Anticipate effect, which is fine. But if you don't, like at some point in the super late game, you can just use this to draw 3 cards, which we were able to do at least once in this run. So all in all, very, very happy with how this deck played out. Our curve was very reasonable. We had lots of interaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like lots of bounce and interaction. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. If you don't kill this, it's just going to run away with the game. Grand did a lot of work as well. Worked super well, of course, with the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Aang obviously busted. Earth Kingdom Jailer busted. Lots of good uncommons. Look, the more uncommons you have in your deck, the better it is going to be for you in this format. So again, very, very happy with how this deck played out. And also very happy that I was able to pick up my first trophy in like 3 or 4 drafts. So I'd like to keep my trophy rate around 25% if possible. So this one was due, and I'm very happy that I was able to win this one. And hopefully we can continue our winning ways in future draft videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy booster boxes of Avatar: The Last Airbender or you wanted some cards for your constructed deck, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.